Millions of Americans have Discover credit cards, and some cardholders, Discover credit card holders, have no idea. They have no plan. They have no strategy when it comes to optimizing their rewards. When it comes to redeeming the rewards at the right time. When it comes to getting a high credit limit, okay, and when it comes to actually just enjoying the Discover credit cards in general. So, in today's conversation, I want to give you a Discover credit card strategy for the average cardholder, tips and hacks that you need to have if you really want to, like if you're an existing card holder and you want to actually enjoy the Discover credit card you have. I'll spill all the beans. On top of that, if you're like a prospective card holder, you were thinking about applying for a Discover credit card in the next few days or weeks or months, then you also want to watch this show. Now, one question I want to ask first before we actually get into the whole nitty gritty. See, the whole thing is Discover credit card worth it at all? Well, Discover offers a range of no annual fee credit cards that come with features many will find appealing, right? So we have students, for example, credit builders, travelers, cashback enthusiasts, even NHL fans. We'll want to take a look at Discover's lineup of cards to see if one is the right fit for them. I mean, the constellation is there. I mean, the diversity is there when it comes to Discover credit cards, and we love that, okay? And so the thing here is that we do love one specific card that the Discover has. It's called the Discover Cashback. I'll speak about that later on, but it's just great, okay? Now, when it comes to deciding if a card is worth it, you'll have to evaluate your own financial needs and see if any of the cards Discover has to offer align with those needs. It's not about just like, I love Discover, lovey-dovey, whatever. No, no, no. It's all about, I have needs. I have financial needs. Does Discover help me reach those, fulfill those needs? That's the question, okay? Now, Discover's higher rates of customer satisfaction, cashback match program, and fairly lucrative rewards rates make this kind of credit cards worth a look. Definitely, okay. So if you want to choose if you want to choose a Discover credit card, if you're listening to me right now, you want to think about a few criteria: the rewards, the perks and benefits, the annual fee, the introductory offers, okay, the variable APR, and the foreign transaction fee. So those are a few pointers that will help you in the right direction. So who should really get a Discover credit card in general? College students will love Discover credit cards. Credit builders will love Discover credit cards. Cashback strategists will love Discover credit cards. Let me actually go a little deeper here so we know exactly what we're talking about. What are the pros and cons of Discover credit cards in general? You need to have a clear idea about that. Hey, by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really, really, really a pleasure to have you here. We just love having a conversation, a quick convo about topics that matter to everybody when it comes to finance and personal credit and whatnot. So what are the pros of Discover credit cards? Well, you have the cashback match. I mean, we can't highlight this enough. When you think about it, I mean, Discover is one of the few in the industry to do this. So Discover will actually match your cashback rewards at the end of your first year with the card, essentially doubling your cash earnings. Think about that. They're doubling your cash earnings. Fantastic. You have FICO credit score updates, so cardholders can check their FICO score for free on their Discover credit card account. Now, Discover is not the only one that has this program. Chase has it, Citi has it, Navy Fed has it. A lot of financial institutions, a lot of credit card providers have it nowadays. So but it still is a pro. It still is a positive development for Discover credit card holders. So there is no redemption minimum. So whether you have $1 or $100 in cashback rewards, you can redeem it whenever. Okay. You have high customer satisfaction. So Discover earned like 837 to 850 out of 1,000 points in the most JD Powers U.S. credit card satisfaction study. So coming in second behind American Express, which scored 838 to 875 out of 1,000. So Discover is really strong up there when it comes to customer satisfaction. Okay, and what about the cons? Well, you have limited travel rewards. So while Discover's travel card earns 1.5x miles on purchases, there are better travel rewards cards out there with higher rewards rates. You also have earning caps. So higher cashback earning categories come with spending caps that cardholders need to watch out for. So you need to be really to stay on top of that. So you have a lower merchant acceptance. We all know that Discover is not like Amex or a Visa cards or Mastercard card. So Discover its own credit card network and issuer, meaning it's not accepted by as many merchants worldwide as cards in the largest two networks, Visa and Mastercard. And you also have no consumer flat rate cards. So none of Discover's consumer cashback cards offer an elevated flat rate on all purchases. So things you need to be aware of. Let me give you the approach I want you to follow when it comes to the Discover Cashback Match program, because it is a wonderful program that you really want to actually understand so that you can take advantage of it. Okay. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about a Discover credit card strategy for the average card holder. Okay. And so so when we talk about the Discover is a cashback match program, you need to understand that with that program, the good thing is that the flexibility and the fact that things are done automatically. You are earning rewards automatically. So all the rewards you earn in your first year as a cardholder are automatically doubled by Discover. Think about that. Let me give you an example. So earning $500 in cashback in your first year as a Discover It cashback credit card holder means you get an additional $500 added to your rewards. That's just fantastic. So this program may be more lucrative than a regular credit card welcome bonus that gives you money for spending a certain amount in the first few months with your new card. So the thing is, when you think about it, I mean, what we love is the fact that you have a whole year to build up your rewards and see their value double. I mean, it's a great incentive when you think about it. And on top of that, the cool thing is that you can actually redeem your cashback rewards in a number of ways, giving Discover cardholders a ton of control over how they access their rewards, right? So the options include a statement credit, a bank account direct deposit. Yeah, they're depositing the money right into your bank account. That's just fantastic. So you have a direct payment at Amazon.com. You have a physical or a digital partner gift card with 5% to 20% added value to each gift card, depending on the merchant. Okay. Partner gift cards range from $5 to $200 in increments of $5. And you can also have a charitable donation. So comparatively, what we have seen in our research is that Discover is one of the more flexible card issuers when it comes to point redemption. For example, you can use any Discover miles you earn with the Discover Miles card to cover travel purchases or Amazon.com purchases at the checkout screen. In addition, you can convert miles at 1-to-1 rate for cashback as a bank account direct deposit. So Discover also has announced that you can now use your miles to cover your credit card bill, including the minimum payment. And the cool thing is, and I need to specify this, Discover rewards do not expire for the life of your account. Think about that. So unlike a few issuers, Discover will actually issue your account with your cashback or miles balance instead of forfeiting your rewards if your account is closed or unused for 18 months. So this perk is incredibly user-friendly and makes the issuer a top contender for people who are new to rewards cards. Let me give you a few pro tips. So basically, if you're out there and you want to pre-qualify for a Discover credit card, let's say you currently have another Discover credit card, or you don't have a Discover credit card, and you want to pre-qualify, you want to be pre-approved. Now, there is a specific website that Discover has where you can actually check for pre-approval. You just need to. We have actually covered this on another show, but if you're interested, just let us know. We'll send you the link. The reason why we can't show the link in this video is because Discover keeps changing the link, okay, the address. So by the time you watch this show, the link would have changed maybe multiple times. So but there is a specific page that actually helps you see if you pre-qualify for Discover credit card, okay? And so what happens here is that we love the fact that it is a soft pull, so there is no hard pull. Okay, there will be no adverse action against your credit when you use this feature. You'll have to input your identity, so things like your identifying information, such as your name, address, and date of birth. So Discover has many different credit cards. So you also see a drop-down menu for the card benefits you're looking for, such as cashback, travel rewards, or a balance transfer. So the thing is, once you actually start completing the application, you will see that it requires more detailed information such as social security number, highest level of education, monthly housing rent payment, housing status. You will select from own home, rent, or other. They will ask you for your total annual gross income, bank accounts owned, and the card benefits you're looking for. So again, when we talk about card benefits, your choices are cashback, travel rewards, balance transfer, or other. Okay, so this is important. I really need to mention that. But overall, this is really cool. I mean, so Discover may also mail you a pre-screened credit card offer. This means that you appeared on a list of consumers who met the credit card's initial credit criteria, which it obtained from the credit bureaus. So in this case, you've been pre-approved for the card and may even be eligible for competitive introductory APR. So this is, I mean, and the whole process is pretty accurate when it comes to pre-approval. Okay, and pre-approval and pre-qualification are kind of similar here, even though you need to remember when Discover itself sends you a pre-screen offer, your chances of getting the credit card are higher than if you were to go on Discover's website and check for yourself. Very important to remember that. Now, if you have been following the show so far, I have a bonus for you, and this is so this bonus is really great in terms of in terms of giving you this your backup plan. Okay, so but by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about a Discover credit card strategy for the average card holder. Okay, now the question is, what if you are not offered any pre-approved cards? In other words, if Discover doesn't send you anything in the mail and whatever, what is your backup plan? One thing I need to clarify though, if Discover does not present you with any offers after going through the pre-approval process, it's really an indication that you do not meet the qualifications for any of the current pre-approval offers. Because when you think about it, eligibility is largely based on the health of your credit score, among other things. And Discover stresses the importance of paying bills on time, since missed and late payments can hurt your credit scores, as can using too much of your available credit on existing credit cards. Right? We are speaking about credit utilization ratio. This is important. You want to keep it as low as possible, and also you want to check your credit reports for errors. Okay, if you find any, you want to dispute them systematically, reflexively, and immediately with the credit bureau so that your credit reports only reflect accurate information. So if you want to apply for a Discover credit card without pre-approval, yeah, there is a way. There is a formula you can actually follow. It's totally possible, not a problem. And because you can also skip the pre-approval process and apply directly. And Discover offers consumers a constellation of options, including cashback, travel rewards, and student cards. So to narrow your choices, you need to review the details of the various credit cards, including their benefits, rewards, and terms. Okay, and one thing we know is that Discover does not publish the credit score you will need to qualify, but based on our research for the last 25 years, if you have a minimum of 550 to 600, you can qualify. Okay, and we also see that the Discover's student credit cards do not require an established credit history, and the secure card is developed for people without high credit score. So this is really important. What you want to do is you want to read the terms and conditions to learn about the account that looks best. You will also see an array of card design options from which you choose. So to apply for the card you need or you want, press the Apply Now button on Discover's website. So this online form will ask you to supply your name, your home address, your date of birth, your employment status, okay, your monthly housing, rent payments, total gross income, email address, and whatnot. So within minutes, you will find out if you're approved. That application, whether you're approved or not, will result in a hard credit inquiry being added to your credit file. So just be aware of that. Okay, very important. So what are the steps you need to follow here? Because this is another important element. There are steps you need to follow. And so one thing you need to understand here is that Discover does have some credit card application rules. Okay, now they don't have tons like Chase or Citi. They don't have, but they do have a few that will help you to know whether you actually qualify for a credit card. Now you can have a maximum of two two Discover credit card accounts, so only two. And your first Discover card must be open for at least 1 year before you can open a second. Okay, and you can only have one student credit card with Discover. So no matter your credit score, you cannot get around those application rules. Okay, if you open a Discover credit card, let's say 3 months ago, you need to wait another 9 months before applying for a new one. And if you have two Discover cards, you can't get a new one. You will need to cancel one to open another. So it's just, this is like a more restricted version of the Chase's 524 rule. Okay, so-called 524 rule. Now, the thing you need to understand here is that there are other reasons why Discover may actually reject your application. Now, I mean, you probably have if you let's say you try to be pre-approved, you didn't get it. You tried to be approved, you didn't get it. There could be some reason. Now, one thing that's important is that after doing a hard pull on your credit, Discover is compelled by law to actually send you a denial letter. Like, they have to explain to you why they actually rejected your credit card application in the first place. Okay, and so, for example, if you have insufficient income, this could be a possibility. Okay, insufficient income, or you have recent accounts open. In other words, you just open accounts like crazy, credit accounts. So for Discover, this could be a risk factor. Okay, or you have recent credit inquiries. This could also be a problem. Okay, and so this is an important element. One thing I want to say here is that if Discover denies your credit card application, you can always actually call the reconsideration line. So if you believe firmly that you stand a chance, then you can call them back and see if they will actually put you back in. Okay, now whether this is an option depends on why you were not approved in the first place. So if it's because of one of Discover's application rules, you are out of luck. Discover is strict about those, so you can't get around them. So for denials due to any other reason, it may be possible to get Discover to change its decision. So here is what you need to do. You want to call Discover customer service at 1-800-347-2683. And you want to ask to speak to a reconsideration specialist. So, and you can say, I want to talk about my recent Discover card application. You want to explain the situation and ask if the representative can approve you for the card you need and want. Here is a winner strategy for you before we close to this conversation. One thing I want to say here is that, the thing is, let's have a closer look at the top Discover credit cards. So you have the Discover Cashback. So this is the best overall cashback card. Okay, and it's because this is really the beauty of this actually reflects the Discover's cashback match program that will essentially double your cashback earnings at the end of your first year. Okay, so this card is great for cashback strategy enthusiasts who want to maximize Discover's rotating cashback calendar. Okay, and so it's kind of cool. Then you have the Discover Balance Transfer. This is great for balance transfers. Okay, so after the balance transfer intro offer ends, the card essentially becomes similar to the Discover Cashback and earns cashback. It actually earns cashback on its rotating calendar. Okay, so this card is great for debt reducers who want to take advantage of an 18-month to intro 0% APR offer on balance transfers, then 16.49% to 27.49% variable, and pay off credit card debt. So this is really good. Okay, and the one thing I also want to say here is that you have another card. You have the Discover Student Cashback. This is the best overall student card. So this card is great. It's great if you are looking for a card that has a less stringent credit requirements, but the card is fantastic because it still offers the same rotating categories as the Discover Cashback. So this is really good. And so this card is great for students who can fit maximizing bonus category spending and planning into their busy college schedules. You also have the Discover Miles. This is the best Discover travel card in our view. And so this card earns unlimited 1.5x miles on purchases, and Discover will match your mile earnings at the end of your first year with the card. It's just fantastic. So This card is great for travel reward card beginners who want to earn miles but not with a specific airline. Okay. You also have the Discover Chrome. This is great for gas station purchases. So you are able to, you have access to an elevated 2% categories that are capped though. They're capped at $1,000 on combined purchases a quarter. Then those cards revert to 1%, but no activation is required. So this card is great for road trippers and weekend warriors who fill up at the pump often. You also have the Discover Student Chrome, which is great for gas and dining for students. Okay, this is really cool. So this card actually it is great for college students who commute to class, take plenty of road trips, and dine out often. And then you have the Discover Secure Credit Card, which is great for building credit. Okay, so and the cool thing is you're building credit, but you're also adding cash back to as you build credit. So this is a rarity among secure credit cards. So this card is great for credit beginners and people repairing bad credit. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I've just given you a short credit card strategy for the average credit card holder when it comes to Discover credit cards. So I gave you an overview. I explained the pros and cons of Discover credit cards, the approach you need to follow, the pro tips, the bonus tip, and the steps you need to follow, and the winner. Okay. Thank you. I will speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.